Hello, crew. How are you today? We're going to have a very frank conversation today about the fact that if you are in a home-based business industry and you've got a product of some sort, and I'm going to use an example of something like, health and wellness type products, and you think your product is for everybody, and that's what you honestly think and who you want to sell to, then it's you that I want to talk to today, because your products are not for everyone. And the clearer and the more niched down that you can get with your market, the more success that you are going to have on social media. Okay, so very frank conversation. I am fiery today. I'm pissed off. My day is not going well. I can't even have a coffee. I'm sniffling and sneezing. I think I'm getting sick. Nothing's gone right today, and I'm just, ugh. So this includes this live because I speak to so many people that struggle with this. And this is also on the back of, I'm in a current round of my branding course. So I do a course to help people develop out their brand. So, have a business page and have a specific purpose and a foundation of what you do on social media, because this is how you find your people. This is how you find your peeps. This is how you find your customers. This is how you find your tribe. And people are telling me, oh, but it's for everybody. It's not for everybody. Okay, so we're going to have a discussion about this. Anyway, how are you guys today? I hope you're doing better than me. Do you have those days? I know somebody that is, because we were messaging about this last night. But some of those days, and then those days turn into multiple days where just something just seems to go wrong every day. That's me right about now. And all I wanted was a coffee, and my coffee machine won't work. So there's that. So then I went to make a smoothie, and I thought, that's okay. I'll just have my shake. And so I got my water, my ice, my oat milk, my shake, so my protein shake, and I put some hemp seeds in it and some spinach. I'm like, okay, I'll mix all of that up and I'll have my shake. And I took the top off the blender, and it's literally smoking. Like, the smoke is coming out the top of my smoothie. And I smelt it, and it was like burnt smoke. And it's like, okay, I can't drink that. Then I came in here, plugged in my computer, and that sparked. It's like, ooh, what vibe and what energy am I giving off at the moment? Anyway, so I'm a bit feisty today. How's your day going? I hope you're having a productive day. You got to laugh, guys, don't you? Sometimes when things get a little bit crazy, you've just got to laugh and sort of go with the flow. Anyway, those in round 21 of my Build Your Brand course, we are live in just under half an hour for your last live Zoom call, where we are establishing your brand. We are establishing what you stand for on social media, because this is how you're going to find your customers and your business builders and people that want to work with you. Okay, so I'll see you guys shortly. So I'm going to go straight into the content today, just to make sure that I've got enough time. So if you're here, then hello to everybody. Thank you for joining me live today, and anybody sort of catching the replay as well. So what I want to share with you today is more about the marketing side of what you're doing. So I'll just back up for a second. If we haven't met before, my name's Helen Martin. I'm your online crew captain, and we have the most amazing crew here of entrepreneurs, home-based business owners, direct sellers, those in network marketing, multi-level marketing, and you want to build your business online. You want to use modern social media strategies to help you find your tribe, attract customers to you, attract business builders to you, and build your business in this way. This is what we talk about here. So I'm very specific in what I talk about and who I serve and what I teach you guys. Correct? Is that one of the reasons that you guys might come back here, is because you know who I am, you know what I do. If you've been around me for a while, there's hopefully a level of know, like, and trust factor. But hopefully you come back here because I'm teaching you things over and over and over again about how to build a business online, okay, in our industry. So I'm very specific about what I do. This is what a lot of you are missing. And I am more so in this video concentrating on the product, sort of side of it. When people say to me, oh, well, my product helps everybody, like it's men, it's women, it's all age brackets, it's everybody can benefit from what I do. That may be true to some degree. But if you try to target everybody on social media, you'll get nobody. Seriously, you'll get nobody. Okay, so this is the marketing piece of network marketing. Everybody knows how to network. Everybody talks about networking and prospecting and, your income producing activities and being, messenger and groups and all those kind of things. But no one talks enough about the marketing piece. So I really want to hone in on this for you guys that think, everybody could use my stuff. Okay, I want to ask you 2 specific questions. And you really want to dial down your answer to this. Who specifically do you serve? Who specifically do you help? It's not just women. It's not just men. It's not just an age bracket. Who do you specifically help? Now, for a lot of you, your starting point will be looking in the mirror, because you might be doing what you're doing because you had a problem and then you've solved it and now you're in the business of it. Maybe. Okay. But who do you help? Like if I asked you that question in your businesses, who do you help? Who's brave enough to put in the comments section? Who do you help? Who is your, what we call target market? And the more specific that you can be with that, the better. You've got to start somewhere. To grow an audience, to make more sales, to get people to join you in your team, it's a privilege and you need to earn that. You can't just turn up on social media and expect to get sales. It doesn't work that way. You need to grow an audience and grow influence over that audience and then engage with that audience. And then if they like what you've got, they might become a customer or join you in your business. But there's a journey to that. It doesn't just happen. The more vague you are about who you serve, what you do, what it is that you have, you're not going to find those beautiful, perfect prospects that want what you've got. So who do you help? Who do you serve? Reverse engineer that from the business that you're in and the products that you provide, and who is it that you help? What kind of target market? What kind of person? Be really specific. You've got to start with specificity. And when you're famous, guys, when you've got tens of thousands of followers, do what you damn well like, say what you want, because you're going to have people following your every move and word anyway. But in the beginning, we need you to build up a bit of influence in one area to get people to listen to you, to give you credibility, to give you authority in one particular area. What is that for you? Who do you help the most? Here's your second question. What problem do you solve for those people? So you've identified your people. What problems do you solve for that person? What is that for you? Anybody in the comment section willing to put in, what problems do you solve for people? So there's your 2 main questions. Who do you serve? And it's not everybody, and it's not just women, and it's not just men. It's not just one age bracket. It is a sector of the market that you serve the most. So when you're looking forward and you're looking at that person, which we call a customer avatar, they've got a name, they've got an age, they've got a demographic, they've got an income bracket. They may have kids, they may not, they may be a grandparent, they may be heading towards retirement. Who is it that is your ideal customer? That's who you want to talk to every time you go on social media. On a business page, you can blend this into a personal profile as well, but you've got to create a vibe around what you do and who you help. So that vibe attracts your tribe. If you don't have a vibe, if you're just into helping people get healthier, good luck with that. Because there's a million people out there helping people get healthier, and there's thousands of gurus ahead of you with a following that people are going to flock to before they flock to you. So the third question I'll ask you, so the 2 most important ones is, who do you serve? Who do you help? If I said to you, oh, so who do you help in your business? What's going to rattle off your tongue? Then, or what problems do you solve for people? What's going to rattle off your tongue? Third question, what makes you different? What makes you different? Why should I follow you? Why should I listen to you? Now I can hear your little voice in your head going straight away. Well, no one's probably going to listen to me because I'm not good enough. I don't have any qualifications. Nobody knows me. I haven't made any money online. So yeah, who would listen to me? Get rid of the little voice. Give me a reason to follow you. Give me a reason that you're different to everyone else. So what is it that you specialize in? That will help you grow a following. That will help you get sales. But if you're vague in who you help, if you're vague in what you do, and if there's no defining thing that helps you stand out from the crowd, good luck on social media. Social media is too busy for you to just blend in like that. The more specific you are about who you help, the more specific you are about what problems you are in the beginning, the better off that you will be. This is what we call establishing a brand. This is what I work with people in my branding course. And I've still got people in the last week of our branding course, of a month-long course, that still haven't worked this out. Now, that's not wrong. They're in the right place for me to help figure that out. But it's not easy for some people. And I'm not saying it's easy, but you really need to have some thought to that. Because some of you are just wishy-washy all over. Social media as a platform. You can put your stuff out there, but you're not making any sales. You're hearing crickets. It's probably because you haven't dialed down who it is that you help the most, what problems you solve for them. You've got that little elevator pitch worked out to say in a second, and you've got some kind of point of difference. Now, it doesn't mean that you have to have something absolutely unique, because that might be difficult to come up with. But there might be a little, something that you specialize in. So what I do here on my Helen Martin page, and some of you may be watching from my group, but I help home-based business owners. Does that mean I can't help a traditional business owner learn something like Clubhouse or the algorithm on Facebook or doing a Facebook ad or whatever? Does it mean I can't help them? No. I can help them, but it's not my market. Do other people find me? Yes. Will I help them? Yes. But do I market to them? No. It's not the following that I'm looking for. So those of you that sort of think, well, my product helps everybody and I don't want to, I don't want to cut out these people and those people. You don't cut out anybody. You just focus in on a certain sector of the target market until you get some influence with those people. Then you can broaden out to other people. I think of somebody like, a really good example of this is, and maybe you haven't heard of her, but there's a lady called Jasmine Star. Have you guys heard of her? She started off, I just want to use this example for you so hopefully this will sink in a little bit. She was a photographer, a wedding photographer. That was her thing. So she's a photographer, yes. What did she niche down in? Wedding photography. That's her target market. So she got really, really good at wedding photography. I know this is not your business, but stay with me for this example. So she was really, really good at that and built an influence around that one thing. Then she decided to branch out and teach other photographers how to do better photographs. So she became a teacher of her target market. So then she moved into becoming known and an influencer for teaching people how to do better, lighting and angles and, stuff like that, and became really good at that. Now, because a lot of photographers are small business owners and their own, they do that from home, they do, it's mainly their own business owners. Then she moved into teaching small business owners how to build businesses better. So she started as a photographer, as a wedding photographer, got really good at that and built up an audience there. Then moved into the teaching other photographers, but because a lot of photographers are small business owners, now she's known and, got hundreds of thousands of followers for teaching people how to grow a small business. So can you see how that evolved? But if she went straight into teaching people how to build a small business to start with, it probably wouldn't have worked. She niched down on something that she had an interest in and that she was, obviously very good at. You guys in this kind of business model have got products that represent something. So what is the something? And if you've got a product range that's like 50 or 100 products, don't choose 50 or 100 products. Choose 2 or 3 in one range and build up some influence in that area and then expand. Once you've got some people that are following you and coming back, and then you can expand and expand and expand. I often use the example here of like Oprah Winfrey, like she holds up a pen and they go selling off the shelves in America. And then she'll recommend a type of car. And then that goes selling off its shelves. Like once you've got influence and once you've got a following, you can do whatever you damn well like. But when you don't have a following yet, nobody knows you for being an expert in whatever it is that you're trying to sell. The more laser focused and niched down to a particular group of people that you can help and what you're helping them with, the problems that you solve with, and build up an influence around that first, the better off you will be. Because if you think your thing helps everybody, that is back to that saying where you're throwing mud up against a brick wall and you're hoping that a bit of it sticks with this person and that person and that person, and you are going to slog your guts out on social media for not much gain. So maybe something you need to focus on is really dialing down into, who do I serve? Who's my perfect target market? Who's my perfect customer avatar? That's why any of you that have done any kind of marketing training, they get you to write it out. My customer avatar's name is Sue, and Sue looks very much like me. Your customer avatar normally does. But that's what you want to bring into your branding for those of you with a business page or even a group. And as I said, personal profile, you can let people know what it is that you have an interest and a passion about and bring that into your personal profile. So people get to know you as having expertise in a particular area. Could be weight loss, could be skincare, it could be finance, it could be jewelry, it could be fashion, it could be building a business online. What is it that you want people to know about you? Okay, and niche that down to be more specific. Okay, so I'm just going to look at a couple of comments here, see what input you've got. So Sue's helping people earn a passive. Now, this is a real bugbear. No offense, Sue's. This is a real bugbear of mine. Helping people. You've got to narrow that down, Sue's. People is not a target market. So this is where your way of thinking, I'm not picking on you. This is what I deal with day in, day out in my branding course. What you're helping people with is a passive income and becoming financially independent. You've got to think a lot deeper than that, and for whom in particular. So choose a target market that you want to help, and what problems are you actually solving for them? Dig a lot deeper than that, Suze. And don't use words like helping people. People is not a target market. People could be a child, a baby, a retiree, a woman, a man, somewhere in between. So we don't want to use words like people or I help you, those kind of things. You want to dial down who, not people, not you, who. Okay, the more thought, and this is not easy for a lot of people. I know, because I deal with it in my branding course over and over and over again. And it's sometimes on the last day of the course, of a 4-week course, we've gone back and forth and back and forth and back and forth because I just can't quite get their brain there until I keep digging. But it is that important, because when you're really vague like that, I help people, have a passive income. It's not talking to anyone in particular. And you want to, every time you go live, every time you write a post on social media, you want to have that person in mind, that exact person that you are talking to. What do they look like? What do they do? This is the foundation of finding your people on social media. It's knowing exactly who you want to talk to the most It doesn't mean you can't talk to other people. This is what people struggle with. Oh, but I don't want to niche down because then I'm blocking out all these others. It doesn't work that way. You've got to get some influence over a sector of the market before you can open and widen that up. Because you're going to have a really tough time trying to get influence on anybody if you just say you help people. Okay, so no offense there, Suze. That's just thank you for raising that, because that's what most people say. Okay, I help them to find who's them. More network marketers and entrepreneurs to find solutions to the pains and struggles of building using old and outdated methods, causing them upset, dispersion, and struggle. So you obviously know what you mean there. It's a little bit broad in the context of what you put there, but I know that you know what you're talking about there. Okay. I am unique and authentic, but how, Cherie? Honest and sharing solutions. Most people are honest and share solutions to help stop the pains and struggles they are going through. Again, who are they? Without a hidden agenda. So that doesn't necessarily make you unique. I would encourage you to dig deeper than that. What are you teaching that you specialize in that has a unique flair to it? Okay. I specialize in living a gluten-free lifestyle. So that is that's the problem that you're solving. Like that's a gluten-free lifestyle, but to whom, Crystal? Who's your target market? I specialize in hydration. What does that even mean, Michelle? So I know you probably just put that down to share that, but what does hydration actually mean to people? What problems do you solve for people by specializing in hydration? So for a lot of you, it's actually digging a lot deeper than what you actually think on the surface of it. When you're very surface level on social media, your results in your business will be very, very, surface level. When you're really, really in tune with exactly who it is that you help and what you help them with, and your message and your marketing surrounds that 100% of the time, or majority of the time, you'll get better results in your business. This is the foundation of everything you do on social media. What you say, what you post, your content over your Facebook Lives, it is that important. Okay? Julie, great reminder. I don't help everyday people. I have to fix that on my page. You don't want to help. You don't want that to be your target market. I do have a worksheet planner dialing down my avatar. Good. For so long, people thought I was a travel agent due to my love of travel. Okay, so what you talked about the most, people were drawn to you for, and they obviously thought you solved problems maybe in travel. So what you say over and over again, the problems that you solve, what you talk about over and over again, people will create an impression for you. But what we want for you is to grow some influence in a particular topic. So what's the topic for you? Who is it that you are serving and helping? So just remember those 3 questions. So they were, who do you help? So who do you serve? And it's not people, it's not everyday people, it's not the words like you, etc. It's describe a certain sector of your target market. So it could be working mums, it could be retirees, it could be those heading into retirement, it could be like there is a group of people that you help. So you want to focus in on that specific person, but what problems do you solve for that particular person? But then also think, what makes you a little bit unique? What makes you a little bit different? How can you stand out from the crowd? How can you brand yourself in a way that could even be in a name? You could start labeling yourself a certain way. That what is it that you can bring to the table that people should watch you, listen to you, buy your stuff? You have to earn the right to get followers. You've got to earn the right for people to listen to you, show up, engage, buy, build up that know, like, and trust. So that comes down to who you're talking to and what are you talking to them about. So I just really, really encourage you guys, to be as specific as you can and try to get that little voice out of your head that says, oh, but I would be, you know, not including them, or I don't want to say women because then I'm excluding men, and, you know, things like that. If people are meant to find you, they'll find you. But you've got to start specific, and then you can broaden it out later when you've got some kind of influence. Okay. Again, those of you in health and wellness type industries, don't try to market every single one of your products. Specialize in something, and you'll have other things that you can offer. You might specialize in weight loss. You might specialize in mental health. You might specialize in, you know, the immune system. You might specialize in inflammation. You might specialize in something. Have you got other products that can help people with other things? Yeah, sure. But build up influence in one particular area. I know that's a hard concept with you with multiple products to think about, but that's where you're going to have more success. Because when you are talking to everybody about everything, it'll end up a lonely journey at the end of the day. Okay, I've got to go. I've got 4 minutes before I'm on the call with my branding people.